Imagine living in a small farming village. Every morning, you send your children out to tend the sheep in the hills. But one day, they don't come home. Instead, villagers discover torn clothing, blood soaked grass, and footprints leading into the forest. Rumors spread quickly. Some say it's a wolf. Others swear it's something larger, something that walks with unnatural confidence and seems to prefer hunting people. For nearly 3 years, one creature terrorized the French countryside, killing dozens of people and becoming one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. This is the story of the Beast of Gévaudan. Welcome back to Meals Done Alive for the podcast where true crime, dark history, conspiracy, and food collide. I'm your host, Jody Breton, and every week we serve up the stories that are as disturbing as they are fascinating, paired with a meal inspired by the chaos. So grab a plate, lock your doors, and let's dig in. Today we're making mushroom and cheese tartlets. Our story begins in the summer of 1764 in the former province of Gévaudan, a rugged, mountainous region in southern central France. Life there was already difficult. Most families survived by farming or raising livestock. Children often spent their days alone in the countryside, watching sheep or cattle while adults worked elsewhere. Then, in June of that year, everything changed. A young woman tending cattle was suddenly attacked by a large animal. Fortunately, her cows charged the creature, driving it away before it could kill her. She survived, but the warning had been given. Something dangerous was stalking the countryside. Just weeks later, the first victim was found. 14-year-old Jeanne Bolette had been killed while tending cattle near her village. Unlike ordinary wolf attacks, witnesses described horrific injuries. Many victims suffered devastating wounds to the head, face, and neck. Some reports claimed the beast seemed to be targeting the throat first, ignoring livestock standing nearby in favor of attacking humans. Over the following months, the attacks only intensified throughout Gévaudan. Children stopped traveling alone. Farmers carried weapons into their fields. Church bells warned villagers whenever the creature was spotted. The attacks appeared almost random. Young shepherds, women gathering firewood, travelers walking between villages. No one felt safe. According to historical records, the beast ultimately attacked well over 100 people, with historians generally estimating that between 60 and 100 victims were killed. Whatever was responsible, it was the deadliest animal attack sprees in European history. Descriptions of the beast varied dramatically. Witnesses agreed it resembled a wolf, but only to a point. Many claimed it was much larger than any wolf they had ever seen. Some described reddish fur with dark stripes running down its back. Others reported an unusually broad chest, a long tail ending in a tuft, enormous jaws, and growling eyes. Several survivors insisted the creature seemed almost fearless. Rather than fleeing from people, it appeared to hunt them deliberately. As stories spread, the beast became less like an animal and more like a monster. Louis XV soon heard about the attacks. The killings had become national news. Determined to end the panic, he dispatched professional wolf hunters, soldiers, and experienced marksmen to Gévaudan. Thousands of wolves were killed. Entire hunting parties combed the forests. Villagers organized armed patrols. But the attacks continued. Every time hunters celebrated killing a particularly large wolf, another victim would appear days or weeks later. Frustration mounted. How could one creature evade so many hunters? One of the most terrifying moments came in January of 1765. A group of children led by a young boy named Jacques Portefeuille were attacked while tending cattle. Instead of fleeing, the children fought back with sticks and spears, protecting one another until the beast finally retreated. Their bravery impressed King Louis XV so much that Portefeuille received money for his education, and the story spread throughout France. It became a rare moment of hope during years of fear. By 1767, nearly 3 years of horror, a local hunter named Jean Chastel claimed he had finally killed the beast. According to legend, Chastel paused to read from his prayer book before calmly firing a single shot. Some later versions of this story even claimed he used silver bullets blessed by a priest. It makes for a fantastic legend. but historians have found no contemporary evidence that silver bullets were ever involved. That part appears to have been added years later. What is documented is that Chastel killed an unusually large canid in June of 1767. Afterward, the attack stopped. So, what was the beast? More than 250 years later, no one knows for certain. The simplest explanation is that it was an exceptionally large wolf, or perhaps several wolves, operating in the region over those 3 years. France had a significant wolf population at the time, and fatal wolf attacks were far more common than they are today. Others believe the beast may have been a wolf-dog hybrid, combining the size and boldness of a domestic dog with the hunting instincts of a wolf. Some researchers have proposed more exotic possibilities, including a striped hyena that had escaped captivity or even a young lion brought to France by a wealthy collector. Those theories are intriguing, but there is little evidence to support them. Then there's the darkest possibility. Some historians have suggested that at least some of the attacks may have involved human intervention, that someone deliberately trained or controlled dangerous animals. While there have been historical suspects connected to this theory, no convincing proof has ever emerged. Perhaps that's why the mystery has endured. The Beast of Gévaudan wasn't just a monster, it became a symbol of fear. A story passed from generation to generation, a reminder that even during the age of enlightenment, when science and reason were beginning to flourish, there was still corners of the world where something unknown could keep an entire region living in terror. Whether the beast was simply an extraordinary predator or something far stranger may never be known. But one thing is certain, for the people of Gévaudan, the monster was terrifyingly real. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I definitely found it interesting in my research. I loved the mushroom tartlets, and let me know down in the comments if you guys think it was a wolf or what your thoughts are. I would love to hear your theories. As always, guys, I will see you on the next one. Remember to like and subscribe. Bye.